Is it somebody right on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Like time through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to do a reading on Ariana Grande because I'm quite confused, maybe slightly concerned, and possibly intrigued all at once with Ariana Grande's Pedal music video. Song was great. Vocals, heavenly. How Ariana Grande looks, questionably concerning. But the aesthetics of the music video overall, I like the story that she was going for. However, the very end, yeah, are we sure Ariana Grande is truly okay? Like at the end of the day, literally and metaphorically, are we sure that Ariana Grande is good at the end of the day? Because what's going on mentally will manifest physically. So I'm not sure if that was like her using art as a creative expression to show that she's frustrated, that she mentally snapped. I mean, we haven't seen her shave her head yet, but she did go from her iconic red to her natural blonde, brownish kind of hair. So she's reverting back to a more natural Ariana Grande. But also at the same time, this is not a more natural Ariana Grande. And she would claim that she is now the healthiest that she has ever been. And that when she did have a bit more meat on her bones, as they say, that she was the most unhealthiest because she was on antidepressants and she was drinking at the same time. So really, she was not healthy. But now that she's skin and bones and like we can see her chest, her collarbone, barely any muscle definition in her arms. This is the healthiest she's ever been, and she's no longer apparently taking antidepressants and drinking at the same time. So she's a little bit more healthier and mentally sound. Yeah, sure. Let's keep believing that. So because of that, that's what's going on with Ariana Grande, and I just really want to pull some cards because now we have people out here talking about how she might have a ED, which is a short term for saying a. How can I say this without getting? Well, I can say it once without getting demonetized. A eating disorder. So because of that, trigger warning for anybody. I should have said that beforehand, but I digress. So we have people out here talking about how Ariana Grande is clearly suffering from one. Everything I say is allegedly, but there's multiple people out here talking about that and has been talking about that before we have gotten to this point. And we've been talking about it here on the channel too, but we just didn't like call it out by name, and we're still not going to call it out by name. But at least a lot more people are starting to be able to see that we should be concerned for possibly we should be concerned for Ariana Grande. Like I said, everything is allegedly. So because of that, I was even looking at the comments of TikTok videos of like snippets playing from her music videos, and people are just like, are we forgetting that we have somebody actively dying in front of us? So because of that, there's a whole lot of people that seem to be disgusted and turned off by Ariana Grande. Listen, you can just look at some comments and see what the internet is saying if you do not know what the internet is saying about Ariana Grande and her Pedal music video and how they are extremely concerned, given the fact that you can start to see her physical anatomy. So because of that, I just want to pull some cards to see what's going on with her. Is she even with Ricky Alvarez? We know that allegedly Ethan Slater's wife took/didn't take him back. That's still up in the air. So we know her and Ethan are no longer together. But I wanted to read some things to you guys to show you what the internet is saying about the overall music video. Now, they said that one article said that she had turned, pent up rage or something like that, and made it seductive pop. So because of that, we see people that are loving it and praising it and hailing it, and other people that are praising Ariana Grande for the fact that she chose a more they must have been some music critics, because they really started to analyze the evolution of Ariana Grande from Eternal Sunshine to Petal, which this kind of is a continuation off of Eternal Sunshine, which was a tour that she was supposed to do years back before the pandemic came, but then the pandemic canceled that tour. So now she's like making up for lost time kind of vibe that we're getting. So because of that, it's a bridge. It's a new Ariana Grande that we see that has petaled and blossomed before us. So because of that, that's the title track of the song, and that's the title track of the album, and that's the title track of the album. So because of all that tied together, I know I said that wrong. I just didn't feel like correcting it a third time. But here are some things that people had to say about Ariana Grande and her album, Petal. Songs on Petal are mostly moody, mid-tempo, electro, chill, broody, rather than banging. She co-wrote and co-produced the whole album with Ilya, and who's a Swedish producer who she's been working with since Problem. You know, I got one less problem without you. I got one less problem. Yeah, since then has been working with this person, and they have helped her co-create this album. So it's like an evolution. Everybody that has been a part of the Ariana Grande team is put time and energy into this album with her as she explores herself creatively and sonically in the album, as she has talked about in promotion videos. And she really hopes that it gets nicely received and that people are able to see the old kind of Ariana, but also see that this is a new Ariana Grande that is a bit more raw, that's a bit more gritty, that's true to how she's feeling kind of sense. So with that being said, that was one article that I had read. And then another article says that Ariana Grande ponders the ironies of living in the limelight, turning her private romantic agonies into songs. And then it says, sometimes she wonders if the heartbreak she suffers is worth the music that she gets out of it. She imagines a cynical audience scoffing that it doesn't matter. But Petal hits home because she faces up to her dilemma. She craves the songs as much as she craves the romantic romance itself. And she's always in it to create more songs. So that's what they had to say about Ariana Grande. They were some quotes that I think they were taking lyrics and snippets from her songs. But all that to be said, that's how people are experiencing the album. And I really like that, because that was psychologically analyzing Ariana Grande, which music is 100% true. And I think that article specifically was talking about how Ariana Grande finally talks about or like addressing things that people have been saying about her through her album. But all that to be said, I'm just going to pull some cards because say less. Let's just see what's going on with Ariana Grande. This is her 6th studio album. I heard that she's going to try to go for a #1 yet again. So let's see if she can do that. Let's see if she could still get a #1 looking like a skeleton. Sorry, no offense, but let's just see. I'm not trying to take shots at Ariana Grande, but I'm just like trying to drive it home to you guys how concerning it is to see Ariana Grande this thin. And fans claim that Ariana Grande has always been a thin, slim-figured woman. So with that being said, and honestly, what is this new return of skinnyism? Like, ever since Ozempic has came out, it's just been downhill with our celebrities. So with that being said, let's just pick a card for Ariana Grande. Are we surprised? The 10 of Wands. The block, the Knight of Wands. Foundation, the Queen of Pentacles. I do like that. The Page of Pentacles in the past. The 9 of Swords in her head. And the Ace of Pentacles in her future. Wow, that's actually wild. So, Wow, Ariana Grande. I really do have to say that. Let me just pull some cards just around her, just to see. How is she feeling? That's the best way I can say that. Because now that she has officially came off tour, she's still on tour. So now it's all about promoting this album, doing press tours, press releases, photo shoots, and things like that. So it's like another chapter, another thing to do on Ariana Grande's list. So I just want to pull some cards to see how is Ariana Grande feeling for her career. Just going to shuffle that up. All right. How's Ariana Grande feeling towards her career? Oh, a main male. Oh no. Unexpected income. Oh, marriage? I'm just gonna read and it's gonna make sense as I go on. So the first card that represents Ariana Grande is we started off strong reading wise with the Ten of Wands. A burden. Ariana Grande definitely feels like there's a whole lot, like the weight of the world is on her shoulders. There's just too many things weighing her down, but she's pushing forward. She's trucking forward, pushing through because that's what she's got to do. It's almost like showing up just to show up. And that's kind of the Nine of Wands and Knight of Wands energy that I'm getting. It's just doing what you're supposed to be told because the Knight takes orders from the King. And underneath the Knight is somebody who is what? Lowering themselves down because underneath the Knight is the Queen. And it should be the other way around. And it's the Queen of Wands that was also overlooked on top of that. So it was not just a queen, it was the Queen of Wands who dominates this reading elementally because we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles. So because of that, for the Queen herself to be lower and then everything else that should be usually underneath the authority is above. So it's just like things are like flipped up and upside down, it seems like, for Ariana Grande. But she's just going to keep pushing forward like the Knight, keep doing as she's told, keep showing up, keep performing, keep doing this, keep doing that. She's trying to be, it could be because she has these contracts that she's signed to, that she has to keep doing it. So I'm not sure if she wants to be doing these things because we have here the Nine of Swords, where it's like something going on with her mental, whether it's the mental of having to keep pushing and chucking through when you don't feel like it and you don't want to, and you just want to lay around and want to sulk around. Because what did I see? How she's feeling towards her career? Well, we had a main male and a ring. Now, I don't think she's could be thinking about marrying anybody. I'm not sure if it could be a partner, a potential suitor that could be coming towards her. But all that being said, what does that have to do with how she's feeling towards her career? Unless she is feeling as though the main male is Ethan Slater, the last main male that she was with, who was in a marriage that she broke up and devastated. But all that to be said, she could be feeling like that is coming up against her and working, don't want to say working is magic, but just working against her when she's trying to move forward and put those things behind her, as the Nine of Swords symbolizes. So that's why she's going to keep moving forward, keep herself busy, so she doesn't have to think, she doesn't have to marinate on the true problems that is really eating, hint, hint, wink, wink, eating away at her. So all that to be said, how does she still feel about her career? Well, an unexpected income. That's usually things you don't expect coming towards you, something that is going to elevate you, something that is like a promotion or you didn't think that was ever going to come, sort of thing. But then we have the magnifying glass, like doing some soul searching, like inner searching, looking at the finer details, making sure to look at every little fine thing before fully committing or doing anything like this ring symbolizes. So that could be the fact that maybe right now, if contracts are making and sliding their way to Ariana Grande, she isn't really signing to any. And if they really are, she has to feel called and pulled to it, like the Queen of Pentacles, follow that intuition, that money sense of what would be best for me in this moment. Because right now, it's almost like survival mode, where it's just getting this done, just getting through my day. Gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta show up, gotta perform, this, that, and the third. And it's just like a perpetual loop and a perpetual cycle that Ariana Grande seems to have gotten herself stuck in. It's like a rut that keeps burying itself because she doesn't have the, she could have the time. She could have the time to like not go on tour or do something like that or have an album release. But all that to be said, it's the Page of Pentacles where everything's a bit awkward for her. It's almost like she's new in her own skin. She's trying to find what's comfortable for her, what's right for her, and figuring out a new Ariana Grande in this new generation kind of thing. So because of that, it's like, it's giving, I don't want to say cloned, but you know what I mean by cloned in that sense, where it's not like the same Ariana Grande mentally, even though it looks like it physically kind of thing. So that's how I'm feeling for Ariana Grande. She feels out of sort that she has to get back to herself. And when she finally gets back to herself, it will be like the Ace of Pentacles. Things will start flowing and doing the things that she knows that it can, used to it being, and all those different things. So I'm trying to think. Oh yes, that's right. That's all I had to, I really just wanted to see how Ariana Grande's mental was doing after this Petal album release, especially after the music video. I just had to make sure, is Ariana Grande okay? Nine of Swords energy, no. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands energy, no. The Knight of Wands as the block card, symbolizing just moving and pushing forward through life just because it says so, no. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, which kind of gives some sort of like naivete kind of sense, but we know Ariana Grande has been in this game for very long, so it's just like being new in herself and new in her skin, and it's awkward trying to figure out how to be the old Ariana Grande and still be the new Ariana Grande. So that's a polar dynamic within herself that she has to figure out. But also at the same time, at the end of the day, it's still all about the career. It's still all about the money, and it could still all be about how Ariana Grande could best sell herself to keep herself still in the limelight. And maybe that's why she could always feel like a monkey dancing, or like always trying to get likes and approval, as Petal shows. The constant rejection that Hollywood gets you slowly deteriorates your mental. I'm just saying, I saw you, Ariana Grande. I saw what you was saying in that music video. So all that to be said, it makes me wonder, is she truly healed from that, even though she's making a music video about it? And I know music is used as a form of therapy and helping you make sense of stuff because you're able to create. And I just wanted to pull some cards to see how Ariana Grande was doing mentally with all that. However, I just want to pull some cards before I hop off because somebody did want to know how is Ariana Grande and Cynthia Rivio as of this moment. And you know what? That's a really great question. I'm curious too. I'm over here talking about Ethan. What about Cynthia? I forgot Cynthia was all up in this mix. I forget about Cynthia Rivio. Ariana and Cynthia, how are you? We have the Mask card. We have the Letter. And we have a main male. Interesting. But that could symbolize dominant masculine energy. And then Moon at the very end. Okay, just one more card to make myself. It's the Star card. So what I see here with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Rivio is that whatever is going on between them, the mask, the veils have been lifted. Whatever the contract's ending had to do with Wicked, it's like they went their own separate ways. Maybe it's because Ariana Grande was still all tied up with Ethan after the promotions and all that. So it was a bit awkward for Cynthia Revio to be a part of that. So it was just best to move on. But this moon symbolizes that it was a phase and period of both of their lives and time period. So like whatever went on between them, it's like another, not reverting back and revisiting it, but it was great while it lasted. And the star here symbolizes at the very end a sort of guidance and navigation, a sort of hoping of trying to figure out how this can continue and move forward where it's not awkward for the both of us. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that reading, quick reading, bonus reading on Ariana Grande and Cynthia Revio and how they are doing as a dynamic duo at this very present moment. It definitely seems as though whatever that wicked energy was that they created, that they was all talking about, it seems like it has finally worn off of them. They have worn off of the wicked magic. So with that being said, and now they're back to the harsh realities, and it's the figuring out what to do now that I am conscious that things are not going to go back to the way they were, because I'm not the same that I used to be. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Ariana Grande and how she's feeling and doing mentally after her pedal interview music video. Let me know down below, how did you feel about the music video and what she was presenting and talking about? And tell me, did you listen to the album in its entirety as well? On top of that, I should be getting to that too as well, so I probably will after I edit this video. That being said, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and become a beautiful sunflower and spread those beautiful sunflower seeds all over this good earth, because God knows we desperately need it, because it's just hard out here, and Ariana Grande is proof of that. So with that being said, jokes aside, I really hope Ariana Grande is able to get some health and she doesn't keep this up. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. You know what I say before I go. Hype us up. Subscribe to us. And don't forget to thumb us up. Hey, sunflowers.